What's popping here? Update 3.2 has dropped. No, it has not. It is coming to Bloons City Battles 2, though, in a couple days after the season is over. And it recently came out just a couple hours ago, 3 hours ago. So we're gonna read through all the balance changes while at the same time playing a Call of Masters rank battle. So this is not gonna be the easiest thing I'm gonna do, but let's see if we can pull off wins here. All right, we're gonna try to win. We're gonna try our best, and we're gonna read through all the balance changes and just tell them, and I'll just show you guys my thoughts on them. So first of all, there are 2 new maps. One of them are only available in Clan Wars, which I kind of disagree with. I don't think that they should add Clan Wars map. So just first things first in this update, alright? I'm really disappointed. I've waited so long for an update in Bloons City Battles 2, and really there are essentially no changes in here. There are essentially no changes. Essentially nothing has changed in this update. There are literally no changes here. No big balance changes, no big meta shift. Like, you know, last season there was like a huge super monkey buff and all that stuff. This season there's nothing. And there's not even, last season there was Adora, there was Clan Wars. This season there's freaking nothing. Also, I missed my banana farm. This season there's literally nothing. So first things first, I'm actually really disappointed at them. But anyway, these 2 maps, so one of them are in Hall of Masters though, are coming to Hall of Masters, so I would have to pay attention to that one. Also, let's put down Brambles. I'm gonna get my Druid Druid of Wrath pretty soon. I'm actually gonna go for it right now, so I don't have to burn a boost. I will miss out on 1 banana or so, but I'd rather miss out on a banana than burn a boost, you know. All right. So yeah, it's gonna be called Salmon Ladder, I guess. So the balloons are gonna move faster on the mud, I guess, which will be interesting. But it's actually interesting because you would expect the balloons to move slower in the mud, right? But no, they move faster in the mud. Anyway, there's some bling stuff. You guys can go through those. And then they changed the tutorial, but we're not gonna read through those. Honestly, Red Bloon players, they should play the tutorial just so they know how to ascend balloons. But and then they removed casual battle from Red Bloon camp. Not much though. And honestly, I think people in Red Bloon camp should not be able to join clans. People in Red Bloon camp joining clans, they like they should either add like a trophy limit or a minimum trophy count. So they have to have a certain amount of trophy before joining clans. Like so many people just literally only 1 trophy. They try to join Frozen Bloons, all right? But if you guys have more than 1 trophy and you guys can get like around 5,000, 8,000, the requirements aren't really that high. We're in the Black Diamond League, so in the highest league right now. If you guys want to join, make sure to comment down below, and then I'll most likely let you in if you do your Clan Wars. Anyway, so they're actually buffing the Dark Monkey, so we're gonna have our first base tower in the Bloons City Battles 2. That's under 200 bucks, all right? This has never happened before in Bloons City Battles 2, Bloons City Battles 1. All base monkeys cost more than 200 bucks, but they nerfed it to, they buffed it to 150. Do you know what that's gonna do, guys? That's gonna make spamming Dart Monkeys to spell something out a lot cheaper, which I'm definitely a fan of. And then, okay, they buff crossbow, they buff very quick shots, and then they nerf the Spike Pole. So the Spike Pole is not really a nerf. It's just, so the Spike Pole essentially stays the same. Honestly, I think the Spike Pole needs the biggest buff out of all 3 of them. I'm not sure why the Spike Pole ended up getting no buffs. Not really sure what my opponent's doing. Not really sure what that is. Also, not really sure what my opponent's doing. They probably bolt out SPAC. They're playing extremely aggressive here. So like anti-stall and all that stuff, but not really aggressive. I don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna wanna get eco in a little bit. So yeah, Boomerang Monkey, they buffed the Moab Domination to do extra damage in Mob class balloons. Not gonna do much though. I like how they write a whole essay. I like how they write a whole paragraph on changes that really don't matter. Changes that really aren't going to do anything. Also, I might need some. I'm under defending like crazy right now. Here, I might want to go for a reactor. I think I'm gonna just straight up go for a reactor. I mean, yeah, I might just go for a reactor, to be honest. I kind of feel like I just have to go for a reactor. Or I'm gonna go for a reactor. Typically, I'll go for it after, but since I'm multitasking right now, I don't really want to take any risks. All right, they're gonna try to go for a rubber to gold. So we're gonna try to send as many balloons as possible before they get up the rubber to gold. And then once they get up the rubber to gold, we're gonna send them nothing. So the rubber to gold is going to be essentially useless. But as for now, we do need eco, so we're gonna have to send them rubber. We're gonna have to send them money here. Send them balloons here, just to get eco. Not really sure what they're doing here. They were really tanking a Spike Factory. Anyway, the Boomerang Monkey. Honestly, I think the Boomerang Monkey just stay as an early game tower, same as a Attack Shooter. So them buffing the 5th tier's upgrades, they're trying to make the Boomerang and the Attack Shooter be better late game, which I don't think is a good idea. The Boomerang and the Attack Shooter should stay early game towers. And they both should be always viable. They're very healthy for the game, so that the games don't always go around 30. But I mean, these buffs are very tiny. The Inferno Ring damage of 8 from 11. I think it's really tiny. The Inferno Ring, fun fact, it gets out DPS'd by 2 overdrives, even though it costs a good 5 times more than 2 overdrives. So yeah, that is a pretty well-deserved buff, I guess. Anyway, Ice Monkey. So they buff the Absolute Zero. These changes are so small, guys. Like, they buff the Absolute Zero so that it allows other monkeys to attack, other ice monkeys to attack twice as fast. This is not going to do anything, guys. Other ice monkeys are not going to do anything. This buff is not going to do anything. It's very insignificant. Also, let's go for Crosspath. I feel like that's a safer way to go. You know, since I'm reading and multitasking, I really don't wanna lose. Okay, and then here's another very small change here. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, Glue Gunner. Okay, you know how I said the Dart Monkey is the first base tower to be under 200 bucks? Well, the Glue Gunner is only 100 now. Only 100. Can you guys believe that? Only 100. Also, let's go for Ballistic Missile. I know I'm over defending like crazy. I know, guys. I know I'm over defending like crazy. But you know, you guys gotta be patient. Here. Alright, yeah, we're not gonna be able to leak any more balloons. Hey. There you go. Perfect. We could have leaked to 1 life if we wanted to, because I caught the right amount of balloons. Nice. Alright, we'll also get up our early facility. I think this is a better move. Alright, so they buff the Glue Soak and buff the Blaze Glue Gunner. Well-deserved buff, but it's not going to do anything. This is not going to make any meta shifts or anything. And then the Sniper Monkey. So a bunch of early game buffs to the Sniper Monkey. None of those are going to do anything because the Sniper Monkey is just a bad early game tower. As much as they want to change that, it's unfortunately not possible. Oh, I shouldn't have sold the Banana Farm. I should have sold the Submarine instead of the Banana Farm. Bad move. Whatever, though. I mean, it's not going to make a difference. Alright, anyway, let's go for a Druid of the Storm. Or not a Druid of the Storm. What am I doing, guys? Alright, I did not need the Druid of the Storm, but at the same time, it's very cheap, so whatever, alright, whatever. I think I'm just going to rush my opponent in a little bit here. I really don't feel like they can defend ZOMGs very well. I might just send them a regular ZOMG. If I send them a fortified one, they were going to bull pull it. Also, I think our eco is pretty solid here. 2,000 eco. It could be better, but I think I just want to go for super early. I want to go for super early Monkey Wall Street. That's going to be the plan here. So yeah, anyway, they change a bunch of Sniper Monkeys, early game upgrades, and then, but it doesn't really do anything because they nerfed the bouncing bullets, you know? They nerfed the bouncing bullets to not indirectly buff the bouncing bullets. The bouncing bullets is still indirectly buffed by 100, you see? This is buffed by, oops, I don't know why I gone for Plantation. There we go. Alright, okay, we're chilling now, we're chilling. I don't know why I'm going for random farm upgrades. So you see, base is buffed by 100, night vision is buffed by 100, and then shrapnel shots buffed by 100. So this is buffed by 300 here, you know? It's buffed by 300, but bouncing bullets only nerfed by 200. So it's gonna still get a $100 buff. I like how they write so much for such small changes. These changes are not going to do anything to the game. These changes are tiny. Alright, and Monkey Buccaneer, Monkey Pirates cooldown. They're trying to make this look like a huge change, but it's really not. It's really a tiny change. Monkey Pirates, 50 seconds or 30 seconds. Most people use the Monkey Pirates to micro to buy and sell it, so they're trying to change it, I guess, to give people with worse micro a less disadvantage, I guess, so that they don't get they don't have as big of a disadvantage. I think we can afford our Monkey Wall Street without selling our big farm. Yeah, we can. We could have honestly got up the Monkey Wall Street last round. Would that have been a play? Also, I gotta save my brambles and the trees. I think I'm just gonna place the trees, and I'm going to. Oh no. Uh-oh, I really don't want it to eat. I really don't want it to eat any of it. Are we good? Or did the trees eat it? Hopefully the trees didn't eat any of it. The trees ate it. That would have been bad. What's our next step here? I think we'll go for a Spirit of the Forest. Honestly, I think it's worth going for because regular DDTs are so annoying. You can't really pop regular DDTs very well, so you just have to go for it. Your opponent will still send you DDTs and it won't defend, but I still think it's worth going for it. And you'll have to get up top crosspath. I've lost way too many games for getting to get up to the top crosspath, alright? You have to crosspath with the lightning or it's not going to do any damage to DDTs. Alright, they're gonna keep getting up spike factories, fair enough. I mean, not really much we can do about that. And then we'll go for our there we go. Alright, and then we'll try to afford our banana central once we have that. Anyway, so yeah, monkey pirates. Most people use the monkey pirates. You see, like my opponent, they would use the monkey pirates for the triple cannon. So it acts as a triple cannon ship. It's not really supposed to do that much, guys. So this is not going to do that much. And apparently they also say there's a bug. This is an issue, so if you upgrade to a tier 5 too quickly, there will be an initial cooldown, which I have in fact experienced before. But I don't know. These are really small changes, alright? And if anything, boat does not need a buff. So I don't know what I think about these changes, but they're definitely interesting changes, alright? We'll go for more facilities. And we'll just have to farm on. I mean, there aren't that many boat spots on this map. Alright. I feel like the meta in Bloons TD Battlefield has changed in the last season. Or not the last season, what am I talking about? The last week of the game. It's definitely changed quite a bit here. So I feel like Ninja Kiwi wasn't really with the meta. I really think Ninja Kiwi aren't making the best balance changes here. I really don't think these are really good changes. And then Heli, this is a tiny buff. Many Heli's missile attack range, 3 seconds or 2 seconds on the Comanche Commander. This is going to do nothing, alright? It's going to do nothing. Alright, let's send them a... Wait, they don't have a big spike factory yet. We gotta send them a fortified bad. They don't have a not perma-spike. The 502 spike factory. That's what I'm trying to say, but I can't remember. Spike mines. No, a super mines. They're gonna try to micro that. They're dead. Nah, that's not going to do anything. I could have waited for them to send us, but I kind of just wanted to win, you know. Alright, they might counter with EDTs, in which case I'll just sell you for a... I'll just sell this guy for a Superstorm. And then Superstorm plus this defense, plus the Spirit of the Forest defense, practically infinite BFBs. Infinite DDTs. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll keep farming. And then I also gotta keep using trees for money. Yeah. Kinda ashamed that I couldn't fit another farm here. that was kind of noob that up. I was kind of being a noob right there, but it's alright. Jungle's bounty actually keeps making us money. That's pretty nice. Anyway, our next one, Dartling Gunner. So the laser cannon, they change it so that it doesn't buff, so that it, you know, the Dartling Gunner is super inaccurate. Let's go for Avatar Wrath. Alright, they're dead. Yeah, you know how the the laser cannon super inaccurate, like, you know, or just the Dartling Gunner in general, it just shoots in random directions. So they fixed that with the laser cannon, which I think is actually the best thing to do with the laser cannon. So this is the only good, this is in my opinion the only good change in this update. Also, let's do clan wars. I think we need to do clan wars. I haven't been doing that many clan wars, and I would rather do clan wars right now. So restricted monkeys, we gotta see what the restrictions are. No, we'll see what the restrictions are later, alright, once we find someone. Anyway, so yeah, the Rocket Storm. The Rocket Storm buff to ability missile 2 to 3. Ability missiles pierce +2 to +3. +2 pierce on a missile is literally going to do nothing. And I like how they wrote so much. They literally wrote this much. They wrote an entire essay talking about the Dartling Gunner. And the Dartling Gunner, this is a tiny change. I mean, the Ray of Doom, this might be a little bit of a bigger change. I really didn't think that any of these changes are necessary. The Ray of Doom does not need a buff. I mean, I guess it could get a buff, but This is a tiny buff. Okay, this might do something though. This 55 damage because it takes the Ray of Doom does take a lot, so it does do quite a bit of damage. Alright, Sun Palace. I'll play Sun Palace. What hero do we want to do? Let's go Jericho. We'll go Highwayman. Yeah. So this might allow the Ray of Doom to do a bit more DDT damage. Not DDT damage, BAD damage. So that's something. Okay, so they buffed the Wizard by Top Path Wizard. I really think the Top Path Wizard does need a bit of a buff, but I think this is good. This is overall good. These are tiny changes that I think are overall good. Not necessarily necessary, but I think they're overall good. They're overall good and healthy changes for the game. But alright, let's actually defend first. I think they're good and healthy changes for the game. But they're too small. Like they aren't nerfing the towers that really need a nerf, and they aren't like buffing the towers and make a tower meta or something in the next season. So what that means is that the next season's meta is gonna be essentially the same as this season's meta, which is kind of boring to think about, kind of sad to think about. Also, I should have gone Jericho, but it's alright. Yeah, I missed my Jericho on accident. It's alright though. It's not gonna matter that much. Yeah. So honestly, I'm pretty disappointed in this update. And then they also buffed so they changed Caltrops. That's their next change on the Ninja Monkey here. Honestly, I mean, alright. I could care less about the Caltrops, you know. I could care less about the Caltrops. But they did buff it. You see, they're like trying to buff these tiny cross-pathing options. Tiny cross-pathing options, which I don't think it's very necessary. And then they also buffed the distraction to make it a bit more reliable. If you have a Grandmaster Ninja. But if you have the Grandmaster Ninja, it's going to make the distraction and make the Caltrops extremely insignificant. So I overall think these changes are they're just not necessary, alright? These changes, they won't do anything. And also, spoiler alert, they did not buff they did not even nerf the Engineer's Bloon Trap. This shows how much the Ninja Kiwi development team is detached from the community. Like the Bloon Trap needs a nerf. I do not know why the Bloon Trap's like not getting a nerf. And then yeah, so Acid Pools and then Berserker Brew. Acid Pools hitting Camel Bloons. I think that's a good change, I guess. that's an interesting change, but I think it's good. I think this is a good change. But overall, these are just some tiny changes, you know. And then they nerfed the Berserker Brew and the Stronger Stimulant with the middle crosspath, which is the best crosspath with the Alchemist. I think this is a well-deserved buff. I mean, making the Alchemist a little bit less reliable, but it's alright. I mean, so they're nerfing it from 25 to 30, and it was previously 40. So this is what will just simply make people go for the bottom crosspath, you know. People will go for the bottom crosspath. Let's steal. Are we stole? Also, we gotta send green balloons. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. We gotta send green balloons, guys. Gotta send green balloons. Also, we'll put a submarine down. Put a monkey sub down. And then we'll also go for a boomerang get down. We're being a noob. We're plopping down random towers. Alright. And then they buffed the Bloon Master Alchemist, which I guess is fair. The Bloon Master Alchemist is not very good. So buffing it from 8.5 to 7.5, I think it's not a bad play from Ninja Kiwi there. That might not be a bad change actually, but it's a tiny change. And then Druid of the Jungle. Whoa. All right, so they buffed it from 750 all the way to 450. I somehow didn't see that when I was reading it earlier. Without you guys, sorry about that. So the Druid of the Jungle, it went from 750 to 450. That is a $300 buff. That is quite a bit of a buff, right? This is not a small buff. Druid of the Jungle, it is pretty good, but to 450, that's gonna make it a better tower. It's gonna make it a little bit more reliable because you know the X2X, so the upgrade before Druid of the Jungle, it actually removes Camo Bloon, removes regrow out of everything, and then Druid of the Jungle, once you upgrade that, it's pretty much gonna remove camo off every single balloon, which is pretty nice, I guess. So now we have a de-regrowth Druid, which I'm definitely not going to complain about. I'm not about to complain about that, but Do you want to force a boost? I think we'll force a boost on them. This will force a boost, yeah. And then if they rush us, we're screwed. Yeah, I just gotta hope they don't rush us right now. No, I'm not. We're kidding. We have tower boost. Alright. Rush all you want. It's not gonna do anything. We'll go for either more glaives or go for a... Alright. This will tower boost. Yeah, this defense on boost, yeah. And then if they try to bloom boost another rush, I would have rushed them again, re-rushed them. But I mean, they could have just gone a reactor, so I didn't think that was worth. Alright, I'm gonna send them a tiny rush again. This is mainly with pink balloons, so this is a huge eco rush. Nice, baited a tower boost. They're good on boost. And I'll just send them another tiny rush after the boost is over. It's a mainly eco rush to get them our eco, you know. Alright. And then, yep. Okay, nice. We forced some more glaives out of them. Exactly what we wanted. And then we'll go for a boomerang too. Go for a boomerang on. We'll go for Kylie boomerang here. We won't go for it yet. We'll go for it a bit later. So yeah, they did also nerf the X4X. So they nerf because they buffed the Druid of the Jungle. So this is tiny changes. And then the banana farm. I mean, alright, so they nerfed the banana plantation from 2,600 to 2,700. It is a pretty small change, in my opinion. It's not going to do anything. I think it's fine that they did that. But it would be really bad if banana farm was bad. The game would be really unfun. Would not be fun at all if banana farm was a bad tower. Also, let's go for more glaives there. We don't have more glaives. I feel like we might have to tower boost. Shoot, we're a little bit off. Do we need a tower boost here? We'll sell the other boomerang that we gone for earlier. Do we need a tower boost this? I think we're good. Oh no, this was on first. Alright, that's why we were in a bit of trouble there, but we're all good now. Alright, we'll max eco now. Alright, so yeah, they did change a banana plantation by nerfing it by 150, which is a pretty small nerf. I mean, it's alright. The banana farm should always be in the meta. It should never die, that's my opinion. So they buffed the bank. I mean, alright. And then they nerfed the monkeynomics quite a bit. So monkeynomics is buffed if you were to just go for it. But who would just go for monkeynomics? No one just goes for monkeynomics. The only viable monkeynomic archetype is Boat Ice Farm, where you go for a favorite trades and you keep buying and reselling the monkeynomics. Because they increased the initial cooldown by 5 seconds, you're not going to be able to get as much value off Boat Ice Farm anymore. I think Boat Ice Farm was really not a problem. It's beatable. Boat Ice Farm's beatable. It's not very good late game. I really think this initial cooldown nerf was unnecessary. We'll send him a fortified ZOMG, BFP. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll say good game, just because, just so they don't keep ecoing and lose it. I know, because I have a feeling they would. Oh shoot, they're gonna misdirect it right back at us. If they have any idea what they're doing, they would misdirect it right back at us. I kind of forgot about that. I keep doing that with. I'm a little bit dumb sometimes. I keep doing that. All right. I don't know why they're trying to defend it. They need to send it right back to us. They should have upgraded it for $200 and sent it right back to us. Not sure why they haven't done that yet. All right, they're gonna send it right back to us. Yep. But it's going to be already half popped, so it shouldn't do anything. that was kind of a dumb rush. I kind of forgot they had forgot we had Star Captain Jericho here. We might have to go for a Mo press. We'll go for Mo press, and then we'll go for. I think we'll go for icicle. Okay, we're going up for icicles. I don't know why they sent us as UMG. In my opinion, that's a pretty bad rush. Do we need icicles here? Okay, we're gonna use turbocharge, and we should be fine. Oh no, turbocharge was the top path. All right, well that's awkward. I I don't know why they're trying to send us camo purple balloons though. That's just a big waste of money. When do we get our level 12? No, level 12 is not enough, eh? Level 12 is not enough. Alright, because we can't, it just allows you to misdirect DDTs, not ZOMGs. But it's alright, we'll just first strike him. Alright, first strike got a little bit of a nerf. Alright, we will pop the ability in a little bit. We do have to afford our Icicle Impale though, so that's something we gotta watch out for. If we don't get our Icicle Impale, we're gonna lose. Alright, ready? Pop it. Alright, easy defense. Alright, we'll sell you. We need an Icicle Impale. Alright, anyway. Spike Factory. So they buffed the long life spikes. So that the 4x speed boost, the 4 times speed boost that the long life spikes get, that the long life spikes usually get or that the bottom path smart spikes usually get lasts 6 seconds on the long life spikes. 6 seconds, 2.5 seconds to 6 seconds is a long time. I feel like this is a pretty big change to the spike factory here. Also, my opponent's dead. My opponent's just dead to AI. I don't know why they bought a first strike and they're dead to AI. Yeah. And alright, Benjamin and DJ Benjamin's cost is decreased from 1,000 to 900. Alright, this is fair. No one really uses DJ Benjamin and regular Benjamin. Even though they're pretty annoying heroes, I think a $100 buff won't hurt. And then Smudge Cat is Zilly. Alright, we got Mahalik Fan Clan here. Let's ready up on this map. Alright, and Smudge Cat easily. This will be an interesting map to play this on, by the way, because these are all land towers, and the land towers are really bad on this map. Smudge Cat is Zilly. So if you activate level 7 ability, Smudge Cat attacks a little bit faster. Adora, $150 buff. Pretty justified because, you know, Adora was used in 0% in Hall of Masters games, which is a little bit lower than average. Yeah. Alright, let's play you. Alright, they're going for a Boomerang Star. I am not. Oh shoot! I'm an actual noob. I'm a bot. I need to. I'm a bot, guys. I'm a bot. I should have plopped the. I'm a bot. We are not going to talk about those guys. We're not going to talk about that. Alright. I should have put the sub on this side. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. Alright. And then immediately send green balloons. I should have put the sub on this side. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm making some really funny mistakes. Alright, there we go. Now this will handle. They're gonna tower boost a Boomerang. I really think going for a submarine star is just a move. They put the submarine on the wrong side as well. Alright, lovely. We'll send them yellow balloons. And then we can almost afford our airburst starts. After that, we'll be completely chilling. Alright, they're gonna balloon boost at us. It's not going to do much. Look at their sub just missing all the balloons. I think they solo yellow balloons with Boomerang. They solo the yellow balloons, you know. If we go for a balloon boost. Alright, they're fine now. They have a sub. Alright, let's plop Jericho. Oh, I missed Jericho. I missed Agent Jericho. Whoops. Alright, that's not good. But it's alright. Then we can get like the super early camo balloons, you know. And then we'll be able to beat our opponent pretty easily here. Alright, let's go for airbird starts. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so they buffed Adora so that it levels up a lot faster. And then they added these bug fixes. Overall, I just really think this update is pretty bad. If you guys are like watching until now, congrats, because I have gotten bored reading the balance changes. I can't. I've gotten pretty bored reading the balance changes, to be honest. I think these balance changes are pretty bad, and yeah, I win the game. These balance changes are pretty bad. They're pretty tiny, and they're not going to make any meta shifts. I think they should like super buff a tower, buff just any random tower. I don't care if they roll the dice, and randomly generate a tower and then super buff that tower like crazy. I don't care if that happens. That's going to make the game more fun. As for right now, this game is just boring. It's just the same couple loadouts. And engineer isn't even nerfed. The engineer, one of the most annoying towers in the game. The balloon trap generates so much money. It isn't even nerfed. And then another thing is that there's no new content in this game. So this is the first update where they haven't dropped any content, you know? Before they would drop like a new game mode, they would drop other than maps, there's no new content here. They would drop like a new hero and stuff. And last season they only dropped Adora. Alright? Although we are the community is pretty happy that they added clans. But clans is not enough to justify not adding anything this update. Alright, clans, they need to add something this update. I don't see why they wouldn't add an Adora ult. And I'm not even wanting the Adora ult. I don't even want Adora's ult. It's not going to make the game any better. But here's the thing: if they don't add Adora's ult right now, they're going to add it next season, and they're going to justify Adora's ult being quote unquote content next season. And then there's going to be no new content next season. Like, I'm just really mad, alright? I'm just not happy. I'm really dissatisfied at this update. Typically I would be very hyped for every single update, but unfortunately I think this is one of the worst updates the game has ever gotten. It's very blank and it's nothing. The meta is alright, but the meta is just boring, alright? The meta could be worse, but if you guys are playing the game season 1 and 2, the meta could be worse. But season 1 and 2, the meta was not necessarily unfun. I wouldn't mind it if they do something again. If they like suddenly like see, they increase this. I wouldn't mind if they made the Heli do like 4 damage per dart. I would not mind, because well, Heli would be an annoying tower. But if they just make a monkey overpowered, or if they make a monkey overpowered, it is not necessarily unfun, alright? It's not necessarily unfun. But when a monkey is overpowered for too long, like the balloon trap, man. The balloon trap gives $1,000 per trap. 1,000 per trap. That is way too much. And if you're not going an eco loadout, or if the eco and the regular natural balloon sensor split, then you have like no chance to defend the balloon trap. You have literally no chance to defend fill up their balloon trap, and the balloon trap just makes an insane amount of money. I can't believe the engineer is not even nerfed here. The engineer needs a nerf. I can't tell you guys enough. The engineer needs a nerf. And at the spike factory, I can't believe they decided to buff it. The spike factory, the spike balls plus the long life spikes, this archetype is just boring, alright? There's nothing much to it. You can't rush it. You can't really do anything. It doesn't take much skill to use. You don't have to know when to tower boost. All you do is plop down the spike balls and plop down and upgrade the smart spike. The placement doesn't even matter. You just upgrade the smart spikes and upgrade these spike balls. I really think that these lower skill towers that don't really require much skill, I think those should not be buffed as hard. But like other towers that require skill, I think like Druid, Dart Monkey, it would not hurt the game to see a Dart Monkey meta, to make the Dart Monkey super duper good. But right now the meta is just blank. It's just like the same thing, and playing this for another season, it just feels like a chore, and I don't really want to do, you know. So I really hope Ninja Kiwi adds something, maybe mid-season, maybe just Adora ult, or like add an Etienne. I would not mind Etienne being in the game. I think we just need some new content and a bit of a meta shift. We've gotten these same couple towers being useful, and then the other towers being bad like the entire game. I think just overall this update's way too small, right? And if Ninja Kiwi can do a better update, a bigger update, I'm sure the people or the community is going to enjoy it a lot more. Alright, that's all I want to say today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're watching until now, you definitely need to hit the subscribe button, alright? I've gotten so bored reading the balance changes. If you guys aren't bored by now, reading these tiny balance changes. These balance changes are so small. They barely aren't going to do anything, alright? But yeah, that's all for today. Click that subscribe button. Like the video if you do. See ya.